VIDYA podcast?
No, I don't like this one bit.
Okay.
I don't like this one bit.
Okay.
No one heard the other stuff.
That's why it's a joke. And welcome back. And back from what? It's like if you ask someone for s'mores, but like you never had one, so you can't have s'more.
I'm not editing any of this out. I want you to know that. So this is going to be your first thing that anyone's heard. And they're going to hate the show.
Great. Well, maybe you edit it out then.
No, we're keeping it in for fun.
Okay.
It's fun for me. It's not going to be fun for you.
Wait, why is it not fun for me?
Because
I'm having fun. Are you not having fun?
Well, now I look like an idiot.
If you're not having fun,
I
then
feel
maybe,
pretty stupid. Thanks a lot.
if you're not having fun, maybe we don't do this podcast.
Don't even start with me.
All right.
Anyway,
seriously,
you're not
though.
doing the intro because you're bad.
What?
Yeah.
Fine, do the intro then.
No, now I'm on the spot. Listen, dudes, this is Sons of Vidya. We're going to be a podcast, and by gonna be, I mean we are right now. It's happening.
This is what you call a podcast.
It's happening right now.
I'm D. Marks. Hello to everyone out there in Podcast Town.
I'm Tom C. And here's what we're going to do right off the bat. So we're going to give you a little bit of introductions to us, because you don't know who we are at all. And that's fair.
Unless you're one of the handful who listened to the original podcast.
We're not even mentioning that. We're not even going to mention that podcast.
Okay, fine.
It was so bad. First of all, I can tell you the stats. Nobody listened to it.
I thought we got like 7 hits.
I think it was me 7 times.
Deal.
I think I looked at it 7 different computers.
That's neat.
Anyway.
Well, I downloaded it, I think.
Maybe we had 8 hits.
How do we not get sponsors off of that?
I don't... Okay, we got to not mention that we're trying to use this for massive profit.
I wasn't saying that. I was
Listen,
just
the
joking.
listeners don't know that this is how we're going to make our money.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Both of us are retired astronauts. And that's something you got to know.
Invented.
They don't pay retired astronauts. They don't pay them a cent. No one, who's going to do it? NASA? They're out of business.
Maybe
Yeah, they are out of it. Don't give me that look. They can't see the look.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
You gotta.
I gotta not do facial cues because it's a podcast.
Well, we can do something they don't know. Like when we think they're being stupid,
So,
we can like give them one of these.
So should I like pantomime? And be
like, boy, the audience isn't gonna get this one, you know. Anyway,
I don't think you can flip off the audience.
You can't tell them the move, dude. All right, we're not gonna have any kind of.
No, this is helpful hints for later.
I don't want to have transparency.
Dude, why not? We're the honest podcast.
No, what?
Good old honest podcast.
I don't know if you.
Sons of Honesty podcast.
They can't see your finger quotes. Stop doing it. Anyway, people. My name, I don't think I mentioned yet. I'm Tom C. Everyone knows it.
You did mention it. I'm D. Marks. Hello.
Everyone heard you, but no one heard me.
I don't think we're going to keep any of this.
Dude, we're keeping all of it. I want you to know that.
All right, fine.
Here's the deal. Because I'm too lazy to edit. Anyway.
It'd be real easy. That's the thing.
Why don't you do it? Anyway, here's the deal.
Dude, it wouldn't take any time at all.
Here's the deal. I like it, though. It's loosey-goosey. The thing is about Sons of Vidya, we're gonna define loose and goose and E. And everyone's gonna know it.
I thought we were gonna say his thing about Sons of Video is that we're the ultimate amateur in podcast.
No, we're professionals, dude. I bought the thing, the microphones. You don't need to have skill to be a professional. You just have to have the expensive microphone.
Well,
that's why you have the one I got for free.
I thought you had to be paid to be a professional.
Well, I bought myself a soda. Does that count?
You bought me a soda, so I'm a professional.
Nice. Okay, I'm kind of a.
You're a patron.
I'm a sponsor.
A patron,
of.
yeah.
I'm sponsoring you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm trying to say the thing. So, yeah, I'm Tom. I'm gonna have to keep drilling it in.
Deal.
They don't know who I am, so I'm drilling it in. I'm the one with the more annoying voice.
No, I think I sound worse on recording.
Okay, here's the deal about me. I'm gonna introduce the listeners to me.
Okay.
Here's what you're gonna learn fast. 1, I'm totally stupid. 2, I think I'm really funny and I'm not. Like, I'm gonna be laughing at all my own jokes, and they're not gonna be funny.
See, the key is podcasters. I'm also going to be laughing at his jokes, even if they aren't funny.
They're not gonna be funny.
No, because you start laughing, then what else am I supposed to do?
Yeah, we need to get like 1 million people in here, like an audience, who are all not laughing so that we will not laugh.
Dude, but then we can get like a laughter sign. Laugh track. That's what we need. Write that down.
I'm not going to write it down.
We'll remember it for later. Laugh tracks.
Well, I don't know about that. Anyway, if you want my credentials, which I have none of, we have the podcast I'm not mentioning, so there's not that. But anyway, I've been playing games my whole life. I don't really have any other hobbies. I don't read books.
You're a musician.
I mean, I don't have any... Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I don't have any more...
That totally counts.
Yeah, it kind of counts.
What are you talking about?
I'm a bad musician.
We're professional musicians, though.
Okay, we got paid for it. Doesn't mean we're good at it. No, you're right. You're right. It is a hobby, but it's a bad hobby.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is I don't... Like, if I play a game, and if we review a game, which we probably will at some point, it means... And if I say the story is good, it's because I've never read any books or, like, watched TV, so I don't have any... Like, it's compared to other games.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't... It's... You can pretty much be sure that my reasoning is bad at all points.
Okay.
So don't even worry about that.
It's real positive, real self-assuring there.
I'm letting them know.
That's fine.
They can't go into this thinking I'm smart. They probably already didn't.
I don't know. You did figure out... You're the guy who's doing all the technical stuff. I'm just here for the ride.
They can't see that.
Yeah, but...
The important thing you need to remember is these guys can't see us.
I feel like...
They don't know that we're currently broadcasting...
From the International Space Station.
Yeah.
Underwater.
A little more impressive now, isn't it, guys? Thought this was an amateur act. How you even getting it? You didn't know there was internet under the water.
There's our Russian technician, Yurgay. How's it going, Yurgay?
Are you going to do the Yurgay voice?
I wasn't going to.
I'm not going to do it either. I don't have a Russian voice.
No, because Yurgay's over there. He doesn't have a microphone.
Also, he's
not
mute.
mic'd.
Yeah, he's mute.
Yeah. Also, he's blind.
What doesn't he? Well, he can.
And he's divorced.
Okay, that's something else, though. He just can't. He just seems to be sort of abusive when he gets down to it.
What do you mean abusive?
Why do you think he's divorced?
Dude, because he lost his mouth in a terrible angle.
You can't even stick with a terrible joke. Anyway, it's time for you to do your introduction, because I did mine.
Oh, I still don't think we should keep any of this, but whatever.
We're going to keep it.
All right. I'm D. Marks. That's not my real name. I'm also a longtime video gamer. I do have other hobbies. However, Tom can vouch for this. When I get into a video game, I like totally absorb it. Like it becomes part of my microcosm, as it were. Like ask me anything about Fallout, even the games I haven't played, and I'll answer you totally correctly because I'm a pro.
Which is weird, but it's true.
So pretty much, if I'm really into a game, I'll pretty much know it like back and forth, and it's really sad. That's why I'm lonely.
Okay, that's not why you're lonely.
Oh, right. Sorry. But yeah, so really it doesn't take me very long. If it's a game I'm into, I'll say this 8 more times. I really get into it. And that's me.
Oftentimes I'll play a game. Like okay, I've played BioShock before. And I basically never really got too much about it because there's a lot of stuff that isn't explained. Or if explained through audio logs.
I was going to say, you really got to go for those audio logs.
But I oftentimes will not. But... Recently, I replayed both of them again because I was in Super BioShock Moon. I still am.
Still am.
But you ask this guy any question about it, and he can recite to you every single event in chronological order on any kind of thing. It's no problem for him. He does the research, guys. He does the research.
Thank you.
I'm just saying. But
I'm the facts man. Tom's the face. Or the tongue, I guess, because there's no face.
Well, it's probably lucky there's no face. I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Here's the thing you're not seeing, guys. I am 1,300 pounds. I'm every ethnicity, I'm 1 foot tall.
We really let ourselves go after the astronaut program.
Yeah. It was a pretty harsh breakup from them.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
It was a sad day when NASA.
Why do you think we're podcasting?
When NASA went out of business.
You're a prestigious astronaut. You're not going to, if we should be able
to.
What
what else are you going to do? Give lectures? I don't think so. We're kind of doing that actually right now through podcasting.
But in a dumb way.
What do you mean dumb way?
Because what kind of lecture is this?
It's still a lecture.
You're a lecture. Sorry, everybody.
We're not going to start this.
I'm going to try and keep it a game from now on. Because we're not going to get any fans with this You're a blank thing that I'm planning on doing.
I think if we want a game, we should probably restart and do the whole segment again.
You can do your segments again, because this is all gold for me. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying.
Here's the deal. We're doing full transparency here.
You just said we weren't doing transparency.
That was the transparent part.
Damn it. He's good.
Anyway.
Folks, kid nails it.
I'm not going to tell you about the format of the podcast because we're not totally solid on it yet.
Dude, you guys can't see the list.
We do have a list. It's not a long list or a well-spelled list. But you got it. If you saw it, you'd admit it was a list. It's not numbered either. It might not even be in chronological order. But anyway.
Hopefully it is, because that's what I'm kind of going with.
That's an issue then. Anyway, let's get to the real meat of the podcast. Every week we're probably going to do a theme or a topic. And this week, as you probably already know, it's going to be Mass Effect 3.
Well, yeah. I mean, Mass Effect 3 came out last Tuesday, a little less than a week, or a little more than a week from when this podcast was recorded. Really, dude?
You're gonna hear a lot of chair sounds, people. I'm a real chairman of the board, I guess. I'm not gonna spice up the jokes. I can't do it. What do you hear? Chair.
You just said you were bringing a game.
Okay, you hear chair. What's your best chair joke?
I'm just saying maybe you don't make chair noises. Maybe keep the soda a little closer to you. Maybe we get cup holders or something.
Cup holders is not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea. Write that down for later. Right next to the laugh track.
Okay. I don't know where we're getting this kind of cup holder money, but you can tell me later.
Deal. Okay, yeah. So, a little more than a week ago from when this podcast was recorded, a little game from the company known as BioWare came
Should we have told him the date?
No, I don't think so.
I'm going to do it. The date of recording today is 3/15.
But we're not going to put it out today.
That's fine, though. Because what does that matter?
People. What does it matter that people need to know that when it was recorded?
Because it's a timestamp. Everyone loves it.
Yeah, I guess
it's a new thing. Because it doesn't matter when we release it, because most likely they're not listening to it on the day it's released.
Yeah. True.
Anyway, sorry.
All right. Yeah. So, BioWare released the final part of the Mass Effect trilogy last Tuesday, the 6th, known in most countries as Mass Effect 3. And, yeah. What?
I don't. Your sentence confused me.
It was known in most countries since Mass Effect 3.
Was it known as something else in other countries?
No, that was the joke.
Man, I'm gonna need to. If I'm not getting the jokes, then this is bad.
It wasn't supposed.
Sorry, everybody. I'm slowing this down.
We really gotta restart this.
We're not restarting it.
Why are we not?
Go ahead. Keep talking.
Okay.
Okay. We're done talking about restarting it, though.
All right. Deal.
I admit we're 11 minutes in and we're unfocused at best.
We're 12 minutes in now.
It's the first podcast. People at home, if they love it right now.
Yeah, but I think the people who don't are like the Todd Glass of podcasts.
That's fine. What'd I say about name dropping?
Dude, we love Todd Glass.
He's not listening, though.
What if he is?
He's not going to listen.
Okay, so Mass Effect 3 came out last week. What's there to say? I love the Mass Effect franchise. I played all of them. I didn't play any of like the peripheral stuff. I didn't get into the comics or anything like that. Because it's kind of like Star Wars. Like the trilogy, that's the thing. That's Mass Effect. The peripheral stuff, that's whatever. But the 3 games, 1, 2, and 3, those are Mass Effect to me. And that's not going to change. 1 was great. 2 was also great in terms of gameplay, a little less in terms of story. 3 was about to be my favorite, and then a lot of things happened that kind of really derailed it and kind of made it not as good as a game as the other 2.
Here's the deal, people. I played 1 and 2. I did not play 3 yet. But after hearing my good friend D's opinion, it's not looking too good for me playing it. I was going to say something else, and I can't remember what it was.
Deal. Anyway, so Mass Effect 3 comes out. Whole thing is, the Reapers are here. They're invading Earth. It's all bad news. The galaxy's going to hell in a handbasket, to quote old people. So, you, of course, as Commander Shepard, have to travel across the galaxy, create alliances, get old friends back on your ship, and stop the Reapers. It seems like such a hard premise to mess up because there was so much obviousness there that you could have gone with, and then the ending 10 minutes, just that ending part, just totally.
I remember what I was going to say. There might be spoilers.
Oh yeah, there are probably going to be some spoilers.
Because what are you going to do, man? It's the ending of the game we're talking about. And if you've heard about Mass Effect 3, you know you're getting a great game.
It's been out for over a week, guys.
Okay, that's not what we're talking. You're right. But once again, you've probably heard the ending is an issue.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, I'll dance around it, but the simple fact of the matter is, for the most part, you have 3 separate endings from the 3 choices that you make, and they practically devalued the whole rest of the entire game franchise, which is ridiculous. All the choices that you made in the past 2 games really don't matter at all because of the last 10 minutes of Mass Effect 3, which is the most aggravating thing. Not to mention all the talk about EA releasing the actual ending as later DLC, which is a ton of crap, which I do not appreciate at all. Because here at SonsOfVidya, and I'm going to speak for Tom on this one, but I think he'd agree, we're not against DLC. We aren't. A lot of people are. A lot of people think it's just paying more for part of the game that should have been in there from the beginning. But that's not true.
It's true in some cases,
It's true in some...
There's a lot of bad DLC, and a lot of companies are pretty big offenders.
But the concept of DLC itself is not bad.
No, you wouldn't see me being mad about paying for more stuff in a game I like.
Because we often... one of our favorite games is Fallout New Vegas, specifically.
Specifically 3 in Vegas.
Well, yeah.
I never played any of the other ones. I know I sound like a filthy casual on that one.
But specifically in Vegas, Vegas had some of the best DLCs ever released.
By the way, Vegas to us we've both agreed it's the best game of this generation.
Yeah.
So if you think that's a ridiculous opinion, you can probably leave, because we're probably going to have an episode on that one too.
Yeah. But the DLCs for New Vegas were all just great. I mean, it was $10, which isn't terrible, for an extra 3 to 4 hours of gameplay.
And people trying to talk crap about Dead Money, they can stop it. They can stop that.
Yeah.
Dead Money was great, especially if you played it when it first came out. Not like you got the game of the year and then you had to play it in the middle of all the other ones. That would probably ruin the experience a little bit for me.
Yeah, it makes it a little less
special.
But
we're not there yet.
But the fact of the matter is that each one was like an extra 3 to 4 hours of gameplay. You got some sweet equipment for it, and you felt like you were accomplishing stuff.
And it most certainly was not. It wasn't a different ending. It wasn't like the story was unable to be fully enjoyed until that happened.
Yeah, and a lot of people would say, "Well, SonsOfVidya, here's now you've fallen into my trap. What about Broken Steel? Broken Steel was still pretty good, guys."
Also, that was in 3. Also, I know because you can easily say, "Well, there was a bad ending, and then the people fixed it." But the issue here is.
But it wasn't. But here's the difference between the ending of 3 and the ending of Mass Effect 3.
Well, I wanted to say my point real quick is that I'm not so sure that EA. I wouldn't want to blame BioWare for this, but EA probably was like, "Dude, leave him hanging, and then we'll release the real ending like that." That didn't happen in Fallout 3. In Fallout 3, they had an ending and they thought it was good, and then they acquiesced to the fans' wish on that one.
Yeah.
But in Mass Effect, I'm pretty sure this is a money grab.
No, the point I was going to make with that...
I'm sorry, I'm making totally different points.
It's okay. The point I was going to make was that at the end of Fallout 3, the ending wasn't great, but it made sense. There was no, like, shocker coming. You weren't like, I can't believe I activated the water purifier. I didn't see that one coming. Why would this be a central thing?
Well, don't you remember when he activated that purifier, how, like, a giant ghost came out? And he was like, we can undo that giant war and all those nukes, but everyone's half nuclear bomb. They changed all that and gave you the real ending after you woke up from your fever dream. Remember that? You paid $15 for it.
You only played 10 for Broken Steel.
Ooh, well, I don't know who I bought that from, but it wasn't the right game.
You gotta stop going to those back alley distributors, dude.
These DLC guys are real shady. I don't know what's going on.
Don't ever buy... Alright, warning to all the fans. Don't ever buy your DLCs out of the back of a black panel van. It's bad news.
Listen, I don't know what to tell you.
You're on Canal Street.
Shouldn't have prefaced that with listen.
Yeah.
So I really didn't say anything. So, just be careful, guys.
All right. So let's talk about... You can't talk about a game that you don't like without talking about at least some things that you do like. I mean, you can, but I'm not going to do that because that's not fair. Mass Effect 3 is not terrible.
We're the Fairness Podcast, by the way.
The Fairness Podcast. Truth and Honesty Podcast.
Truth, honesty, transparency, fairness.
Podcast.
We don't... And, yeah, we do... There's... Okay. Sorry.
Mass Effect 3...
I'm gonna keep on jumping in with bad jokes.
Yeah, why don't you just keep on interrupting? Alright, so... Mass Effect 3 isn't bad. It really isn't. It's a quality game. Yes, you can argue till the cows come home about the use of 2D sprites, which is ridiculous in this day and age. Photoshopping that girl to look like Tally.
Dude, spoiler. Spoiler.
The ending scene that's just wallpaper from Mac or something.
Yeah,
it's that picture of Space Obama.
That's hardcore.
But the gameplay is solid. The story right up until the end makes sense. I mean, one thing that I've always really liked about Mass Effect in comparison to a lot of other franchises, including the Metal Gear franchises, which is something else that we really like a lot, is that all the actions that the characters make sense in Mass Effect 1 and 2, for the most part, make a ton of sense, are totally within the written characters of them. You're never really shocked that people do certain things, and when you are, there's at least some kind of rationale behind it. In 3... a lot of the ideas that come across from these other species, like not wanting to help Shepard stop the Reapers who are going to destroy the whole galaxy. Listen, at this point in the game, you're Shepard, king of space. There's no such thing as classified information. There's no such thing as, I can't tell you because it's a matter of galactic security. Everything needs to be put on the table at this point. You can't really be D'ing around behind the scenes trying to screw someone else over because the Reapers are coming. And the Reapers are kind of the biggest deal ever, given that they're going to eradicate everything. So, that being said, the way I saw Mass Effect 3 working is that the characters that people liked are written very well. Mordin, Garrus, Tali, they're all written pretty well. They all act within character, but like James Vega / Sanders, Ashley Williams, these are characters that people don't care as much about, and they kind of got the shaft. I mean, BioWare does try to weave in a good story with all its characters, but like, a lot of them just aren't likable from the get-go. I mean, the fact of the matter is I didn't want Ash coming back at all because I don't like Ash all that much. Despite the fact that I didn't kill her in 1, which seems weird, but everybody saved Ash. Let's be honest with ourselves.
I mean, Caden, he was too good at his job and was not an idiot or a racist, so he
just wanted to help out and like be a good soldier.
Probably should be exploded.
Yeah.
Nuclear weapon on a
And he was a higher ranking officer.
Now let me get into this.
Gunnery sergeant.
Because you've been on a monologue here.
I got a little more log to go.
I got plenty of logs to feed you, I guess.
Plenty of logs to dam up that river.
Oh, yeah. But here's the deal, people. Let me ask Mr. Marks this. So, what did you play in Mass Effect? Were you primarily a Paragon or a Renegade?
Okay, well, one thing I did like about 3 was that, for the most part, they kind of eradicated the whole Paragon Renegade thing. Since they took out the whole idea of neutral speech choices, which I didn't know if you knew that about that.
I don't know that.
Yeah, they took out neutral speech choices, which means you could only choose the Renegade or Paragon option. Now, a lot of people really heavily criticize Mass Effect for that simplistic morality system that has going.
Well, I was going to get to a point.
Sorry,
but you keep
I'm going to finish this because I'm on a roll.
You're on a total roll, dude.
The simple fact of the matter is that while they do simplicize, that's a word. Write it down.
It's getting close.
Simplicize the morality system, and a lot of people don't like it because it either polarizes Shepard as a total dick or a total unrealistic Boy Scout. Since they took away a lot of those key options that require, like the left side options that required you to have either a certain level of Renegade or a certain level of Paragon, they took out a lot of those, and those were a lot easy to accomplish, I feel. Also, a lot of them didn't really have to do with anything, so I guess that's alright too. But for the most part, they took out that, which is something that I liked because that was a big complaint that people had about the series before. Sorry.
But what I'm going to ask is, but what did you go more as?
Okay.
What did you find yourself going as?
Alright, Mass Effect 1.
Let's have this be a short answer.
Alright. Mass Effect 1, I saved the Council. Mass Effect 2, I destroyed the Reaper base. So, Paragon, I guess.
Okay. So, do you feel like the ending related to how you were a Paragon?
No.
Were you Mr. Nice Spaceman and got the ending like that?
No.
So let's say you went all Renegade.
Okay.
You made all these choices that apparently were going to be pretty important. How'd that affect everything? Did it affect everything?
It sure didn't.
Okay. See, that's kind of an issue. A big issue.
Yeah.
Where this whole system of choices and things that mattered and how they set it up to be a huge trilogy where all your stuff would come back to haunt you or benefit you, didn't matter at all.
I'm going to springboard right off of that point into one of my bigger complaints about the game.
Would you say a pool of complaints?
I would
use springboard there. I need to.
If I said diving board, I would go with
What's
pool.
a springboard for?
Springboard is just a pool or a.
Nice.
All right, so in Mass Effect 3, you have this whole galactic readiness system, and you have to gather up war assets from across the galaxy to help Shepard in his fight against the ultimate evil, the Reapers. Now, since
or is it really against himself?
No, it was against the Reapers.
Okay.
Now, since you only have 6 squad members in the game, spoiler alert, they had to find a way to incorporate the people that people liked from the last games who didn't make it into your squad this time. People like Rex, Mordin Solus, Grunt, they're all back, but in a lesser degree. Now, what I don't like is that what Tom was just talking about, how the choices that you made in the past 2 games don't really affect the ending of 3. The only thing they really do affect, for the most part, aside from a few story aspects of the missions that you go through, is they only affect those lists of numbers in the Galaxy at War system. Also, the fact of the matter is that some of my favorite characters in that game, Zaid Masani and Rex included, for the most part, got relegated to just being statistics in a screen somewhere in my Normandy. That's not what... I don't think that's what people would want for those kind of characters. I mean, Rex... I understand Rex is off... assuming he survived. Rex is off being the king of T'Chunga and, like, being the leader of all the Krogan or whatever. But Rex would not sit out from a war to not go have fun and kill Reapers with Shepard. That's not something Rex would do as his character, right?
I mean, yeah. I'm worried here that we're getting to a point of fanboyism. Your problems you're listening are right, but I mean, can you really be mad if a character's not in the game?
No, it's not that I'm mad that a character's not in the game. It's that I don't like the way... I would have rather had a lot of them not be in it than just be statistics in a pool of numbers.
You would have still said, "Well, why isn't he even in the game?"
What?
You would if he wasn't in the game at all, you would have said, "Well, what happened to him?"
Well, yeah, that's a fair argument to make, but also they could have executed them better. I mean, even if they were just squad mates for a mission, like they did in Lair of the Shadow Broker, how Liara was a squad mate for a few.
That's a good point, but they could still do that.
But they didn't.
That was DLC. They could still do that.
But it's too late by that point. I wanted that to be a core gameplay mechanic. I did my best to stay in the dark about Mass Effect 3 up until it came out. But one of the things I had kind of gleaned was that characters came back for certain missions, and I thought it was that kind of Liara-style Lair of the Shadow Broker. You know, you might have Morden for a mission or two, and he's going to come help you out, and then he's not going to interact with you. That would have been fine. And then maybe at the end, the characters who survived would be able to help you with the last few missions, and like you'd have a big team roster, so your final missions and your really final memories of the game can be with a team that you truly liked.
And, spent the entire series building up.
Yeah. For the most part, I liked all the squad choices. Actually, that's not true. I actually didn't like a lot of the squad choices.
You're going to need to make sure that you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's hard sometimes. I mean, Garrus is a bro. Everyone knows it. Everyone's total waifu over Tali and Liara, so obviously they're going to make it back.
It's pronounced wife.
Deal.
We speak English in Sons of Vidya.
English.
Well, we are in international waters. They don't know that.
Well, we're in international space waters.
Yeah. Well, we're under the... All
right. But, like, did we really need EDI to get a body? Did we really need Ash to come back? Did I really need James Vega on my team?
Well, listen... if you did the research, you'd know that Ash is everyone's favorite character. All I read about is how much everyone loves Ash.
Yeah,
best character in the game.
That's
I hear.
True.
I just read it all the time. I love Ash. She's so generic and like she's got a weird looking face. You ever read that? People love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
They love weird faces.
That's true. I mean, when James Vega was still James Sanders...
Aren't you mad that I'm a Christian, Shepard? Remember that? Remember that fun conversation? How it was so cool? Didn't you really want to come back and talk more about how that stuff was going on?
Okay, they did change Ash. He's a lot more less ridiculous in this game. And a lot
Does it
less...
bother you, Shepard? It's like...
you trailing onto Rex there.
Dude, that's how she talks.
Shepard.
Hey, I'm Ashley. What's going on? I love Jesus.
Dude, for the longest time, we thought Ash was Mila Kunis.
I still think she is.
She's not.
She could be.
She could be, but she's
very
not.
similar voices.
They kind of look the same, too. And one.
Yeah, if Mila Kunis was hit with like a shovel and then fell onto a pile of
shovels. Okay, imagine like, you just say a pile of SARS?
No, a pile of shovels.
Oh, okay.
Mine was not as funny as SARS now. You're saying something. This is dead air.
Dead air.
You're losing track of your stuff.
Sorry. I got distracted by SARS.
It happens, dude. The whole nation was distracted by SARS for a while.
Yeah.
It's about to be an Illuminati podcast.
Yeah, true. Back when James Vega was still James Sanders, I thought it was the guy in the release trailer who was sniping husks in Big Ben, and that was awesome. I'm like, yeah, I want him on my team. He's a total badass. And it wasn't him. It was generic, almost Hispanic guy. I don't need Freddie Prinze Jr. in my Mass Effect.
Is he Hispanic?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know, dude.
Wait, Freddie Prinze Jr. or James Vega?
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh, yeah, I think he is.
Listen, we at Sons of Vidya love Hispanic peoples.
Yeah, that's not...
Don't think this is one of D. Marks's classic racist rants.
Yeah.
That's going to be another segment we're coming up. But
I go through those a lot.
He just, I don't know.
But yeah, I mean...
By the way, isn't it like an Earth... Isn't Earth pretty much united now?
Yeah.
You think they would all speak one language?
They do
Oops,
all speak
we're getting on the Tom C's racist rants. Sorry about that, everybody.
Racist rants come
This
after
took a
the
dark
break.
turn right away.
After the
This is
break.
only the first episode. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it. I don't think we can. Again, I'm very frustrated at the lack of Krogan squad mates because Krogan are brogan. Everyone knows it.
I wouldn't say that.
I would say that, and I just did. I would have gladly traded Edie, James Vega, Ashley, and probably Tally to get Rex back on my team.
Was Jack in 3?
No, not as a squad mate.
What the F, dudes?
She's-
Jack was the only character I liked.
Dude, she's super hot in 3, though.
That's why she needs to be on the team.
Yeah, that's a good point.
She in 2 she was Miss Tough Girl, even though her issues were retarded.
Rough toughie.
I don't know what the deal was with that, but in 3 she could come back, except
Dude.
not in my game because she was killed in my game. So whatever.
Dude, you tap that?
Dude, don't even talk to me about that because it's gonna happen. I'm working on it, dude, but I'm not
Nice.
gonna play 3 because she died in it. We were like this, son, and then she wouldn't become a lesbian.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he plays friendship. Like any true man.
Okay, well, we're not all male models here.
Yeah.
Some of us want to role play as women for some reason. Oh wait, because they're hot in that game.
Yeah.
By the way, you're going to learn a lot about us in these podcasts.
This is really going to illuminate a lot of things.
Yeah, you only play video games and you become a pretty cool guy. You're going to find out a lot about that, people.
Do
I mean,
you got anything else?
oh yeah, I do. The issue, see, it's almost like he was feeding me a line there, but we don't have anything written down. Isn't that cool how that works? We're so on top of it. We just know things.
Hey, why don't you get to the point?
Hey, so, my issue here is if they release a DLC that's the ending, I'm not going to be able to deal with that. Like, I don't want to play 3 that much because of this ending business, but if they come out with a DLC, then I know it was just a money grab, and I'm not going to be able to. I can't allow that. I can't pay for that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not going to do it.
nobody likes the idea that they have on disc DLC, which I wonder if the ending would be on disc. Wouldn't that be something?
That'd be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, right.
No, they would have already discovered that, I bet.
Yeah, probably.
People are pretty mad about it.
Yeah. But, like, the idea of having the Promethean squad mate, who I don't care about even a little bit. Because,
He's an alien, isn't that cool?
yeah, remember back in 2, where the squad mate you got was Zaid Masani, who's a total badass?
Yeah.
They got Kasumi, but who cares? We're talking about Zaid.
Isn't Kasumi back?
Yeah, she is. But I didn't get her because I didn't do her quest.
I thought you did every quest.
No, I didn't because... okay, spoiler alert, this is going to happen. Because Cerberus attacked the Citadel, and all those missions that I didn't finish, I guess all those people got killed.
Here's a question. Do you still have the Normandy?
Yeah,
Isn't that a Cerberus ship?
not anymore.
How'd that happen?
You turned it over to the Alliance when you turned yourself in after blowing up the Batarian relay.
So, wait, so now it's theirs but yours again?
Yeah, because you get reinstated as an Alliance Marine during
Seems
your...
a little convenient to me.
What are they going to do?
Why don't you just get a new ship? Would that have been too much for everybody?
Because the Normandy's part of... The Normandy
Yeah.
is like the Indiana Jones hat of Mass Effect.
I did used to ride around in that hat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You remember Raiders when he's in the hat?
Sliding all over the place in that hat. It's so big. He's got all of his friends. You got Sean Connery in the hat. You got that other guy from the Indiana Jones, which I saw when I was 5 and don't remember anything from.
Neat.
You got a few whips in there.
He's got more whips than you can count.
Yeah, dude. That was a good analogy you made.
Thank you.
You're great at it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What are they going to do? Take away the Normandy?
It was just a thought. I just feel like they had to, it's kind of a weak thing.
Yeah. The weakest thing for me, aside from the ending, is Edie getting a body. That's still ridiculous. I still don't really care for that at all.
Yeah, we had enough soldiers, by the way. Do we need some computer one?
Yeah. Hey, Edie, why don't you stay on the ship and fix things? Hey, Morden, you want to come back on the ship?
He was a professional scientist and, sweet assassin guy.
Ridiculous spec ops, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Why
like
do I
if you-
need to turn my computer into a guy?
It's like if you took Albert
I hope my
Einstein.
computer didn't hear that. I really like my computer and I would hang out with
It's
it all the time.
recording everything right now.
I don't want it to
It
think.
can't not hear you.
I don't want it to think that we're not BFFs. It's me and this computer are like this. You can't see it on the podcast.
That was two
I
fingers
brought up a
very
picture
far
of
away
me
from each
hugging
other.
the computer.
Very far away from each other.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's not true. He's lying to you guys. Transparency. He's a liar.
Damn it.
He's a dirty liar. It's not even his real name. His real name is Freddie Prinze Jr. That's right. Celebrity guest, first week.
It's good to be here.
You don't even know how he's... I don't even think you know who that is, dude.
He's an actor.
Okay.
I don't know anything that he's
Name one movie.
I think he was in that one movie with Edward James Olmos. Where he's the teacher and he's trying to, like, inspire those, like, inner city youth to, like, learn.
Good Will Hunting?
No.
That's Cuba Gooding Jr. I don't
think Cuba Gooding Jr. was any Good Will Hunting.
I think he was the guy in it.
No, that was Matt Damon. You're thinking of Jerry Maguire.
I am not thinking of Jerry Maguire. Listen, folks, like I said, I've never seen any movies. I haven't seen Good Will Hunting or Jerry Maguire, by the way.
I haven't either, but I know Cuba Gooding Jr. might not have been.
That's good that you know that. Listen, every week you're going to get a good dose of Freddie Prinze in your podcast about video games. You can rely on that. If we mention it in more than one podcast, I'll be shocked and disgusted with the direction our podcast is going.
We're going to take a break.
I got to reel this guy in. Cause if I don't stop him, he always talks about Freddie Prinze.
We're going to take a break.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll do the last couple of segments brought to you by the artist formerly known as Eddie Freddie Prinze Jr.
What's he currently known as?
Eddie Prinze Jr.
Hey, everybody, we're back. Are these microphones working? They sure are.
It looks great.
Look at those levels.
You're a little loud. Why don't you tone it down?
That is not true. You should have seen your levels. They were crazy.
All right. Well,
they were kooky. Don't you? The fans love microphone chat.
I'm not sure if that's
true.
true.
Dude, I've gotten 3 emails in that last break. Love the microphone chat. We didn't even do it yet. They were waiting for it. They're waiting the whole time for it.
That seems almost unbelievable. But I know you're telling the truth because this is a podcast about true honesty.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I advertised to the big firms this podcast before we even had it done. And I told them there's going to be a huge microphone level chat right smack in the middle of it, guys.
Right when we get back from the song.
What they'll do is they'll get some, top mic guys and they'll give us brand names to plug.
Yeah, dude. Be like, I love this Sound X microphone.
I love this microphone. Like those kind. And recording software like Soundies.exe. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're paying us the big dollars and you're not gonna try?
Oh, right. Sorry. I forgot.
Soundies is the best. We all know it. Soundies. They're the best.
I feel like they need a more creative slogan.
Oh, sorry. Soundies. Sounds like success.
Ooh. Damn, that's good.
Okay, they want me to do one more. Soundies, when it needs to sound the best.
Okay.
That was bad. But they're still paying us the money for it. They just asked for 3. They didn't ask for 3 good ones.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
If you do any more, it's bonuses.
All right, I have to do mine real quick. This segment of the podcast is brought to you by Mike's Cord and Corduroy Pants Hut. When you need discount cords or discount corduroy pants, go to Mike's Discount Cord or Corduroy Pants Hut, located conveniently off of the Cord or Corduroy Pants Expressway.
That's pretty good. They're paying us a lot of money, guys.
Yeah. So really, next time you need cords or corduroy pants.
You know what? Half the podcast has been sponsored by Stickle Bricks. They're the stickliest.
Yeah.
Luckily, this is what you don't know, audience. They give us the big money, and they just ask that he says, yeah, after every single one.
Well, yeah, it's their slogan.
Why am I laughing? I know it's true. Everyone knows that's their slogan, Stickle Bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what the kids say when they get Stickle Bricks for Christmas.
That's not a terrible ad campaign. Like, imagine just like...
No, this is a true advertising campaign. We don't have to imagine.
Yeah, that's true.
This is their brand new one. They're debuting on SonsOfVidya.
Stickle Bricks. Yeah!
Yeah. Your kids say it. Even your grandpa says it. You give him Stickle Bricks.
Stickle Bricks? Yeah.
That's exactly how it goes. Can you do a Clint Eastwood doing it?
Stickle Bricks. Yeah.
That's not as bad as I was expecting.
Give me one more.
No. Unfortunately, it didn't show up at all in the levels, because this is still a microphone chat.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Anyway, to our next segment, people. It's microphone chat again. They're all great.
All right, this next segment, this is one we're probably going to come back to once or twice. We can't promise we're going to do it every week, but it's called Play This Not That.
It's a pretty obvious segment, guys.
I don't feel like we need to go into it, but we're going to go into it a little bit.
You don't need an explanation. Come on. Grow up.
All right. Play this. What is this?
This? No, we should do that first.
No, but
it should be called Play That, Not This. Wait.
Not that, play this.
You guys, just listen to this whole segment in reverse. Okay. It's going to... Trust me? You don't know, but it's going to be a secret message.
You're going to like the way you listen.
Here's the deal, guys.
I guarantee it.
I've been watching the videos, and I've been looking around the internet, as it's called. Street Fighter vs. Tekken. It's coming out, or it is out.
Yeah. All your favorite characters already on the discs, just waiting for you to buy.
Just got to buy them.
You just got to buy them.
So here's the deal, guys.
You
might like Street Fighter 2 because you're some sort of 90-year-old...
Casual.
No, don't even start with that. They'll be burning the Sons of Vidya headquarters right down.
That's true.
Even though it's underwater.
Even though it's... Well, we have pressurized oxygen here. That'd be a death sentence.
Don't tell them about the oxygen. You're trying to get us killed. Guys, you already know... If you're listening to Sons of Vidya, you know what the problem is. You know why we're going to say not to play Street Fighter vs. Tekken.
Assuming you're one of the few people who know us in real life, and have that privilege, you know that we're going to say, play this...
No, we're not even there yet. Here's the deal.
Okay.
I know I ruined all the energy.
You really did. I thought that's where we were going.
No, dude. No. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna say right now.
I thought you said you're gonna keep this segment to like 10 to 20 minutes.
No, I'm keeping the whole podcast. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jam it all together, and we're gonna do 3 times speed.
Dude, no. What you should do is have this segment go underneath the segment we just did.
Yeah.
And then do 3 times.
They might already know that we decided to do that. Here's the deal, guys. You guys are smart listeners. If you're here, you're smart.
You got something special going for you.
You're not just an amateur listener.
You're not a casual.
That's not necessarily true.
If you are casual,
they may have found it casually.
If you are casual, we love you for being casual.
Yeah, we should play Words with Friends and like Tetris.
I love your polo shirts and your khaki slacks.
You guys are true bros. But anyway, if you know the Sons of Vidya, which you don't, there's one thing you got to play, and that's Guilty Gear.
Really? That's the way you went with it?
I just did it. Watch me do it again. Guilty Gear.
Could you give it to me the overture style?
Guilty Gear.
Thank you. Anyway, yeah, as Tom was saying, if you know anything about Sons of Vidya, if you're privileged to know us in real life, you know that we have a real affinity for a little...
Shetland Boney.
Yeah.
Shetland Boney for Guilty Gear.
A high hard one for
Here's
Guilty
the deal,
Gear.
guys. You might be saying to yourself, and you're stupid, but you might be saying to yourself, that game came out like 20 years ago.
I don't even know what that game is. I've never even heard of it before.
We're not even going to assume that they're that bad, because that's outrageous.
Yeah, that's...
Here's the deal. Guilty Gear Accent Core, you can play it, but we're talking about Guilty Gear Slash.
Yeah.
That's where the pros are. You know, saying, but I want to use Slayer's 25 tension move. Shut up. You shut up right now.
I thought you could do 25 tension moves in Slash.
No, those came in Accent Core.
I totally did.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Here's the reasons that we like Guilty Gear so much. The characters are original. You got cool characters. You're not going to see them anywhere else. BlazBlue was kind of touched on it. BlazBlue is not nearly as good as Guilty Gear. That's what I'm saying, and I'm right.
He is right. Guys, you know it in your heart. Look in your hearts.
So if you like BlazBlue, you probably will like Guilty Gear. If you like Guilty Gear, just keep on doing what you're doing because you're great.
Here's the thing, guys. You don't have to stop playing a game just because new games came out.
Yeah.
Maybe that sounds like an old man thing to say, but grow up.
We're playing Brawl. We're still doing it.
Guess what? I know that's a game for filthy casuals. Don't tell the tourney guys I said that. But it's
Tourney Brawl.
Duh. You're making a lot of people mad right now.
No, like what?
They got a sub. They're coming down to the headquarters.
No. I'm just asking.
They know the oxygen
I'm asking.
tanks.
Is it literally just like 1 life, no items, final destination?
It's like 5. I think it's 3, but it's no items, final destination.
Well, I was wondering if it's like no items, no smash balls, or anything like that.
Yeah, it can actually get pretty intense.
Oh, I believe it.
But the issue is, if you want, I don't want to get into a whole discussion about this. I'm not going to. I've had a lot of fun with Brawl. We've had a lot of fun with Brawl. But when you want a great, deep fighting game, you can't do better than Guilty Gear.
Now, if you're saying, well, I like Soul Calibur and Virtua Fighter, grow up. 3D fighters are the worst.
They're not good.
They are not good.
Listen, okay, our opinion isn't right, but when you're in the Sons of Vidya zone, You have to agree with whatever we say.
When you're listening to us, you at least have to pretend that we're right about everything that we say.
Just, humor us.
Also, for the record, the movie I was thinking about earlier was Stand and Delivered, and Cuba Gooding Jr. was not in Good Will Hunting.
I don't think you actually looked that one up.
I did. I IMDb'd it.
IMTC.
Damn. Anyway, simple fact of the matter is we like Guilty Gear a whole lot. It's a great game. It's got a great soundtrack. It's got a cool system that's not as difficult to learn as you'd think it is.
But when you are good at it, it is literally impressive to watch.
Yeah. You can look at stuff on the internet about Street Fighter, Virtua Fighter, or Tekken, or
There's
whatever.
been impressive moments in those games, too.
See some combo videos about that. But you see a lot of Guilty Gear combo videos, and they're all really cool.
The Street Fighter I never dug it. Maybe, I don't know why, but it was never really my cup of tea.
Yeah,
It's a fine game. I played 4 for a bit, and I was okay at it.
We played Marvel vs. Capcom. It's a 2D fighter, also.
Eventually, we got so good at it that we would literally get angry, and we had to stop playing it.
It was so great all the time.
Yeah, the fights were too close, too intense.
To Akuma.
To Akuma on my part, because Akuma's cool. Guys, we're not going to get into a discussion about this, because here's a secret, guys. I like Akuma. He's a cool guy. I'm allowed to use him.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, the point still stands.
Character, though, I know.
Don't play
Street Fighter
versus Tekken.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. We didn't actually go into why.
Oh.
We brushed on it. Here's the deal. There's a lot of DLC on the disc, and that's crap.
Yeah, it's really dumb. Also, why
do we need to do that? It's not like they're... Just give us the stuff.
And don't get me wrong. I know crossover fighting games are all the rage nowadays. You got Marvel vs. Capcom. You got that long Japanese name versus Capcom. I don't remember what it is.
Katsunoko.
Yeah, there it is. Came out for
this
the Wii.
Guy, everybody. He needs to look up his facts.
I never played it. You got
I played it one time.
DC versus Mortal Kombat, which is the dumbest crossover you could ever have. Because Superman will win all the time, dummy. He's Superman.
I was wondering about that.
He's
I feel like he could be a good boss character in a game.
I feel like, unless he had Kryptonite, he would be the ultimate character. Because he's Superman.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too.
Because he could just throw you into the sun. And then that would pretty much be the end of it.
Is the Flash DC?
Sun.
Is the Flash?
Yeah, I think Superman's as fast as the Flash.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Western comics, guys. Or anything.
Superman's pretty great. Anyway.
He's got his stuff together, guys.
Yeah. I know crossover fighting games are all the rage, and everyone loves them a whole lot. But Street Fighter and Tekken, it's... First of all, you got 12 characters on the disc that you have to buy, which is still ridiculous.
Are you sure it's 12?
I think that's what Cookie said.
I think he said that too.
Yeah. It's just going to be the same stuff. You're just going to be quarter circle forwarding or quarter circle backing, all the same moves. Hadouken is Hadouken is Hadouken is Hadouken.
But you never got a Tekken versus those guys before.
Yeah, but what's it going to be? Jackhammer Punch versus Hadouken? Yeah.
Actually, I think Jackhammer Punch is a special in that game, which is awesome to me. By the way, when I played Tekken, all I did was Steve Fox because he's really cool, and you give him the Jackhammer Fist, and it's really sweet. And I know that's a pretty dumb thing to say, but I'm sticking with it because I love that move.
Anyway, the fact of the matter is that you can get all that stuff everywhere. And some people might argue, well, Guilty Gear is that same kind of stuff, but Guilty Gear is really cool. It has systems in place that really reward skill and punish lack of skill.
In theory, every game would have that.
But that's the problem. A lot of games don't have that. I mean, in Street Fighter 4, there's no, burst. There's just the gauges that fill up for you to use super moves. There's no real, super effective way to use super moves other than just using them. In Guilty Gear, the use of tension is a really critical thing, whether you want to use it for your powerful moves or you want to use it for perfect defense and not take damage from blocking.
Or delicious Roman cancels.
Delicious Roman cancels.
They're delicious or false Roman cancels.
Which are even more delicious than previously aforementioned delicious Roman cancels.
All of them are delicious. Here's the deal.
But that's a good point I just made, admit it.
No, we all know that we're right.
Thank you.
Because we're a united front of Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
At all times, we will advertise for this game. Even if the best fighting game came out, we would be too stubborn to admit it.
Even if Sammy and Daisuke Ishiwatari came up to us and was like, please do not mention Guilty Gear on this podcast anymore. We would not.
They would not mention it?
Yeah.
Or we would not mention it?
We would not mention it. Well, unless they threatened a lawsuit.
I feel like they can't, though.
Well, I mean, we're not saying that, We're not disparaging the game. We're really praising it.
I mean,
some would call that praise.
I don't know. But would you recommend Guilty Gear to a person who doesn't have any friends? Because, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But, like, would I recommend any fighting game for someone who doesn't have friends?
I guess not. Well, what if... Because the issue with Guilty Gear is no online. Which is a real issue.
Yeah, that's true. But also, like...
I'm not going to sit here and tell you that a game is perfect, because no game is perfect.
Yeah, that's true. No, and I do get what you're saying, but again, if you don't have friends, I don't think fighting games are really your bag.
I think I played Guilty Gear for a good, 6 months before you played it anyway.
Yeah.
And guys, I don't have any other friends.
Yeah.
Not true. I'm so popular.
A lot of great friends.
They come down to our underwater headquarters.
Like you're gay.
Yeah.
He's waving right now.
He's got some problems, though, dude.
Don't make fun of your gay on the podcast.
Listen, me and him are like this, again.
Very far away.
They can't... I'm once again posting a picture.
Unbelievably far away.
I'll post a picture on the official website of me and him hugging. I don't... It's... he needs all the hugs, dude.
D-Mass a secret. It's probably just going to be me and mustache.
It will definitely not be anyone in a mustache. Yorgi doesn't have a mouth.
He can still have a mustache, though. He just is missing the bottom part of his jaw.
I have not seen Yorgi lately. It must be better than I thought. He's doing great, guys.
Yeah, the regeneration therapy really works.
We're working on all
That's
sorts
something
of
else
stuff.
we got going down here in the
International Space Station.
International Space Station submarine.
In international waters. We can do all these experiments on Yorgi he is not prepared for.
Dude, atom slugs. Think about it.
Where the... See how I took that?
It's good.
Anyway, guys, just play this, not that.
That's the segment. Congrats, you did it.
Guys, if you're still with us, you are either troopers
Tramps.
or having a real long day at work or a long drive.
From or to work.
From or to work, as it's called.
So we're going to reward you guys, one of you guys. All you got to do is email us at the email address.
You really did? SonsOfVidya@gmail.com. Vidya spelled VIDYA. Because we're professionals.
Professionals. Just go to SonsOfVidya@gmail.com. Email us in. Even if you tell us that we suck, we're not going to give you anything. But if you don't say anything, or you tell us that we're great, you might get like $5 of Steam dollars.
Guys, just email us with an opinion. Mostly a good
feedback.
Mostly good
Great
opinions.
feedback.
Okay. You can if you're gonna email and be like, you guys are annoying D-bags. We know. It's the whole point of the podcast is we're annoying.
That's why this is called Sons of Annoying Podcast Videos.
It's a long name. We had to shorten it a lot. Guys, just email us.
Which is really
at
awkward
that.
for those tattoos that we got.
I got only half the tattoo.
Well, yeah, I got the other half.
I don't know where that's going to divide. Hopefully no one wants to check on these tattoos. Here's the deal, guys. You email that email address, which I'll repeat again, sonsofvidya@gmail.com.
All one word, no underscores.
Who uses underscores these days?
I do.
What?
Sometimes.
Dude, it's the year 2012.
What does that have to do with anything?
Underscores are so out. Nobody's using them.
Underscores are vintage. No.
The retro.
Yeah.
I stand corrected, guys. I am not an expert on this kind of stuff. But anyway, email that account, sonsofvidya@gmail.com.
Let us know what you think. You might get something out of it.
Also, you should definitely include your Steam name.
Or your Xbox profile.
I don't know if you can send
PSN.
points through Xbox.
Pretty sure you can.
If you can, you guys are in for a treat.
Yeah, you got another thing coming.
There's a good chance that we'll use this time for a contest at some point. But right now, we don't have that because we don't know if anyone's listening.
Yeah. So go nuts. Send us a bunch of emails.
Guys, there's no time limit.
Increase your chances by sending us additional emails.
Who doesn't want a free game?
You might get like Civ 4. Imagine all the Civ 4s that you wanted to play, but you never had the $5 for it. Sons of Vidya got you covered.
First of all, Civ 4 is still like $20.
No, I thought it was down to like 7 now.
Dude, on special.
Oh, yeah.
This guy. Maybe you can buy him Civ 4. I was going to buy you like...
Audio surf?
Like Dragons Are Fighting, or like Zombies Ate My Friends. All those great indie games you come to love.
Dude, what about Dear Esther?
Dear Esther is a great game, and you might actually get it, because that's a great game, and I should do a review of that. That's for sure.
Yeah, do it on the YouTubes.
Dude, yeah. That's going to be something that I will do, because I love that game a lot.
Neat. Anyway, so just email us, you dummy.
This guy's turned into Steve Brule.
No, sorry. It happens.
It's all he's got.
It happens sometimes.
I don't know.
I'm a Brule wolf. Where Brule?
That's good. We're gonna need to expand on that in future episodes. because there's a wealth of jokes with that. Congrats, dude. Listen, like I said, I think I'm funnier than I am, and I'm not. But anyway, this is called the Low Confidence Podcast, and we're going to do our classic speed run reviews of games right now.
On and off, here comes 10 games in some amount of time. Tom, take it away.
Okay. Well, you should say the first name, and I'll review it.
Oh, sorry. Dead Island.
There's a bunch of dead people. They have piled up into an island. 10 out of 10.
Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine.
There's 40,000 Ks and a Warhammer. Deus Ex Human Revolution.
So it's about Greek plays, and all of a sudden the crane falls down, and you turn into a robot. 7 out of 10.
Driver San Francisco.
You're a taxi driver in San Francisco, but you have to make it up to Sacramento in an hour. 9 out of 10. Resistance 3.
This is the third time you're going to resist. 20 out of 10. Rugby World Cup.
It's Rugby World Cup. It's pretty exciting, actually. Like 8.5 out of 10.
That's good. Red Faction Armageddon.
All right, so the Red Factions are meeting their end, and they have to stop the Armageddons from destroying the mass relays, or else everyone's going to be effed. 6.5 out of 10. Zumba Fitness.
This helped me get into great shape. I love Zumba. I love Zooms. I love Buzz. 1 out of 10. Rise of the Nightmares.
All right, so I don't like this game because I don't like getting nightmares, and I certainly don't like rising at all. I give it my lowest rating of 11 out of 10. And finally, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean.
These pirates, they're stealing all the Legos. They're in the Caribbean. It's a real issue, guys. We need to do something about it. This isn't a game. It's not a game. It's in the news. We're looking at the newspaper. 100 out of 10.
Tune in next week for the Sons of Vidya Lego charity drive for the Caribbean to get all those poor kids in the Caribbean who have lost their Legos in terrible piracy accidents.
They need to get enough Legos to build a ship to defend against the pirates. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Email us. We'll see you next week.
See you guys next week.